Welcome once again to Actiontracks. Tonight we're at Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina for the Back to School Bash. This is the world epicenter of NASCAR racing. But tonight we're bringing you monster truck action, high flying and crisscrossing. We've got 10 top trucks and we'll be going over to the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway in just a little while. Richie Schaefer has put on a great event here for a number of years, and this year should be no exception. We've got 10 top trucks, including the back-to-back double-up winner, Mad Mike Hawkins in Equalizer. This year he's also got his teammate truck, Hot Tamale here. We'll be looking for some big action out of both of them. And we'll see if Mad Mike Hawkins can follow up that back-to-back victory with a three-peat. We'll catch up with some of the drivers a little bit later, but right now, let's go ahead and meet the field of trucks. Our first truck out of Columbus, Michigan is Jim Kohler in the Avenger, followed up by his Team Scream teammate Chris Bergeron in Brutus, Mark Hall in the Raminator out of Champaign, Illinois, Doug Nolke and Tailgator out of the swamps of Missouri, Steve Sims in Stone Crushers trying to crush the competition, followed by the teammate of the defending champion, Hot Tamale, Isaiah Morales, that wicked 2041 Willys, Randy Moore and War Wizard, a rising challenger, Jeremy Slifko in Backdraft. Carl Van Horn will return to the seat of Mopar Magic. Last but not least, the Back to School Bash back-to-back champion, Mad Mike Hawkins in the Equalizer. It's time for a track explanation. We've got a special guest. Carl Van Horn will guide us around the track.
We're going to start over here in the right lane. Got a good long run to this big ramp over two vans. Nice smooth ramp, but we'll have a lot of speed, so we can get it settled down, come into this big long sweeping turn. See if I can keep from looping it out right there. We're going to go over that yellow car, and we're going to come down between the big gap here, cut right through here, then right back to the right and over this set of yellow cars. Then what we're going to do is see if we can get it settled down to make a left-hand turn right around these tires, and when we come out of this turn we're going to end up being on the other lane. We're going to hit that roller and back in the gas wide open to the big ramp with two vans again. Probably had to back off a little bit so we can make this turn here because we'll be on the inside going around this time. This is the one that scares all the rookies right here. Big jump. I love it right there. That's fun. And what I try to do is get just the right speed so I don't clear the landing ramp too much, because I like as soon as I get them wheels down I can be back full throttle, come blasting off of that thing and make a turn right around this bus stack, come right around in that yellow car. We're going to hit that yellow car, little ramp there, try to get her settled down, and big long sweeping run back to the right lane where we started. And then this is where it's going to be just flat out wide open, all you can give it. That big long run to that big ramp, it's going to be interesting down here.
Mad Mike Hawkins is the defending back-to-back doubled-up champion here, racing in freestyle for the last 2 years. This man has been stealing all of the hardware here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and Mike's going to be looking to do it all over again. Mike, what's it going to take to win racing or freestyle here tonight?
Man, you got to be on your game. I mean, they got a big track out there. It's kind of similar to last year, but they shortened it up a little bit. And, man, just all nuts and bolts tight and get ready to hammer down.
And obviously you've been putting on a great show here, and last year we didn't get to see Isaiah here, but well, we've got Isaiah back, and we're expecting some big things from him. Who do you think is your biggest racing and freestyle challenger?
I'd say racing, probably Raminator or Stone Crusher. You know, Steve's pretty fast, but you can't count out Jimmy or Chris because, you know, we're always butting heads and goofing around and trying to beat each other. But, you know, it's a pretty tough field, so it's going to be hard to get through it.
We've met the trucks, we've seen the track, we've heard from the defending champion. Let's get into some qualifying action.
Another Rick Schaefer track, and tell you what, this track is unbelievable. It's a 1,000-foot race course, and there's no other tracks we run like this all year long. So you're looking at more racing in just qualifying in one full lap than we do sometimes in an entire Monster Jam. So I'm stoked about it, and I believe everybody else is too.
You see War Wizard on the track, but he seems to be having some issues. Don't know what's going on. Looks like that's going to be all. He's taking off the belts. Carl Van Horn's on the line. Let's see what he can do in Mopar Magic. He's off into the first turn. It looks like the rear steer is kicked off to the wrong side and isn't returning to center. Oh, he's off track now. Looks like he's got some problems too. Issues for Carl Van Horn and Mopar Magic. That's not a good record. 2 drivers in a row with mechanical issues. We'll see if either of them can get it sorted out. Brutus is on the line.
Chris Bergeron with the Brutus. Getting ready to qualify. Awesome track. It's long. It's over, under. It's going to be wild. I'm ready. On fire. 1-2 weekends right in a row, so it's going to be my night. I hopefully not guarantee anything, but out here to win.
Bergeron looking strong so far. Hits the berm on the ramp to ramp just a little bit. He's already made it farther than either of our first 2 competitors. Oh, he swings a little wide. He's on the turning cars. No penalty for that, but as you can see, it really upset the truck. Still looking pretty good. That may have shaken a little bit of his confidence. Into the turning cars again. He's sliding real wide, sprint carring it, dirt tracking it through the turn. Over the ramp to ramp smoothly. Heading towards that last straightaway. Brutus coming off a great showing at the Bristol show. Strong over the finish line. 106.7. That's the fast time so far. Jeremy Slivko in Backdraft is on the line. Backdraft was a late addition after another truck couldn't make the show. Jeremy's never seen a track quite like this. We'll see how he feels out the track. Jeremy Slivko, of course, the son of Eradicator driver Andy Slivko. So Jeremy's been around monster trucks for a long, long time. Stepped into the seat in the last couple years. He's really been making a name for himself. Looking pretty solid so far through the first half of the track. Coming around to the crossover. He's on it. He's going to make it. Yeah, nice landing. Little long, but pretty darn smooth. Backdraft looking good, coming around that last corner, heading to the start-finish line. Really standing on it, coming to the next to last set of cars. Big launch, really aggressive coming down that last straight. A 103 flat will put him into the fast qualifier position. Mark Hall and the Raminator inching to the line. The big bad Ram 565 supercharged Hemi. As always, left the line like nobody's business. This truck is packed full of power. Mark should be a top contender for tonight's racing competition. Always a favorite on some of these tricky Richie Schaefer tracks. Looking pretty good so far. Oh, little sideways in between those cars. Looking strong, pretty smooth. Nicely over the crossover. Smooth, but almost looking perhaps a little laid back. We'll see what the time comes out as. Wow, a 59.2. The first driver under 60 seconds. That'll put Raminator in the #1 qualifying position. At the moment, half the field is qualified. 2 trucks didn't make it, but Mark Hall broke the 60-second barrier at 59.2 to be the #1 qualifier so far. Backdraft is second and Brutus is third. Actiontracks is taking a break. We'll be right back.